There were 3 companies that applied for a permit. They were denied those permits, and they've lost interest in Maryland. There's been like a big invisible sign at the borders of Maryland saying natural gas companies aren't welcome. This is the first time I've appeared before the AELR committee officially and speak to you from the heart. I personally believe if these regulations are passed, that there will be very little activity occurring anytime in the foreseeable future by any gas companies that come into Maryland when we have the most stringent regulations in the country. With that, I just want to mention about three provisions in these regulations that I do have some concern about. The one major concern is the Savage River Watershed, where this would ban any activity in that watershed, and it's a big chunk of Garrett County. The other area is the setbacks from private water supplies. That's really a big concern. The provision there now is 2,000 feet. 2,000 feet, according to the planning department in Garrett County, could potentially remove up to 90% of all the land, or take it off limits for any activity. About 90% of all the land in the Garrett and Allegheny County regions where there is Marcellus shale. In Garrett County, there was at one point in time about 140,000 acres of land leased. That has dropped down to nearly zero. There's a reality that Maryland has been unfriendly to business, and I think the poster child of Maryland being unfriendly to business has been what that invisible sign on Maryland's border that says oil company or gas companies not welcome. That sign hasn't come down, and hopefully what you will do here today and what you're doing now will help us to bring that sign down and allow clean energy production in Maryland. So thank you so much for coming out.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Delegate Beitzel. He's been a real champion. It's been a difficult fight here on that. Unfortunately, as he said, only the most likely area in Maryland, just out in far western Maryland, that'll be developed. So, you know, that's part of the issue.
All we want is jobs. We want to work for a living. We want to make money. We're not out here to get rich. We're not out here to make a statement. Let's stay warm and let's let them hear us. We're just going to say it until we go inside. Jobs! 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 Jobs!
You've got folks right around the corner that aren't for fracking. And a lot of them live out in western Maryland. They're concerned about pollution and other issues. What's your message to them?
Well, this has been a very decisive, an issue that has really created a division in the community. It's been an issue that has disrupted the discourse of conversation in western Maryland. And sure, there are people that are opposed to fracking and opposed to natural gas development, but I grew up out there. I know the people, I know the culture. I represent that area. I've worked and lived in that area all my life. Together with the drilling and the installation of the infrastructure and everything else that goes with it, it's going to create a lot of jobs.